So the RE engine, if you guys aren't aware of the RE engine, that is the game engine that, or the graphics engine that Capcom uses or has been using since Resident Evil 7. And it did such a good job in Resident Evil 7 being able to bring that whole world to life with very, very close to photorealistic graphics with the house, with the characters, with the environments, that they went ahead and they took the RE engine and applied it to other games, specifically, most notably, Resident Evil 2 Remake and Devil May Cry 5. And both of those games were very well done. I love those games so much, and I'm so glad that Capcom has been making good decisions moving forward with their games. Some of them, because some of the decisions they make are still atrocious, but regardless, I'm glad that they're making good games again, games that I get excited to play. And moving forward, I can't wait to see more from Capcom. Now, moving forward, we have E3 right around the corner, and with E3, I can't wait to see what Capcom brings to E3. Now, we already know they're bringing an expansion to Monster Hunter World. What else could they possibly be bringing? There's been rumors that Resident Evil 3 Remake has been in development, and that Resident Evil 8 has been in development. So maybe we could see one or both of those. I think both would be kind of overkill. It'd probably be easier for them to bring Resident Evil 3 to life because most of the assets are already there from Resident Evil 2 Remake. So they would be basically expanding upon Raccoon City, because while Resident Evil 2 Remake or Resident Evil 2 focused more on the police station, Resident Evil 3 focused more on Raccoon City, although Jill did go into the police station before Leon and Claire got there. So let's go ahead and let's talk about this article that is being brought to us by Games Radar, and they're reporting that Capcom has multiple titles in development using RE2's graphic engines, and they're hoping to see them at E3. Let's go ahead and read this. Capcom fans rejoice. The Japanese powerhouse said that they have numerous games in development, which I just said there were rumors of, using their RE engine during a recent financial briefing. The RE engine has been a big part in the success behind Resident Evil 7, the Resident Evil 2 Remake, and even Devil May Cry 5. It helps streamline development of all three titles and will continue as a staple in Capcom's development process through the next generation of consoles. And I have no problem with that. Because, like I said, if you guys have played Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 2, Devil May Cry 5, you would know how good that engine really is. It's so fantastic. The games we developed using the RE engine during this current hardware generation have received critical acclaim. They have. And from both critics and consumers. That is what's important, because you could have critical acclaim from critics, but your consumers could absolutely hate the game. And then vice versa. You can have critical acclaim from your consumers, but the critics hate the game. So in this case, in Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 7, and Devil May Cry 5, all three of those games have gotten critical acclaim from both consumers and the critics themselves. Now, Resident Evil 7 a little bit less than Resident Evil 2 Remake, only because they opted to go first person instead of third person over the shoulder. But either way, Resident Evil 7 was fantastic. I love that game so much. Anyways, going back to the article, it's so easy to get sidetracked sometimes. Okay, and from the early stages of building this engine, we kept the ability to augment it for the next generation development in mind, Capcom said in Q&A following the financial briefing. As such, we view the RE engine as one of our strengths that will continue to next generation game creation. Considering that we're already at the end of the life cycle for the current generation, and that development kits have already been sent out to these companies for the PlayStation 5 and for whatever the next gen Xbox is going to be. I think the code name is Scarlet. So development kits have already been sent out for those systems to all these companies. So we already know that they're working on next gen games already. Let's continue. While Capcom has a lot of upcoming releases, including multiple Resident Evil Remake. Oh no, that's not Remake. Resident Evil releases on Nintendo Switch, there are only a few new titles we know about. Monster Hunter World Iceborne, coming in early September, is one of the only major games with a confirmed release date. These titles unannounced, that's kind of redundant. If you're gonna write this article, like, edit it properly. These unannounced titles in development with Resident Evil RE Engine. I mean, it might as well be called Resident Evil Engine. RE Engine could get saved for the PlayStation 5. It very well could be. Let's see. Dude, this game, Days Gone, is supposed to be really good. Anyways, getting sidetracked. We don't know what any of these new games are, but it's fair to say that Capcom has a fresh Resident Evil game or two in store after the success of both Resident Evil 7 and the Resident Evil 2 remake. The remake, alongside Monster Hunter World and Devil May Cry 5, helped Capcom reach its most profitable year ever. Maybe we'll see Resident Evil 8 at E3. Okay, hold on. I'm going to do a follow-up video to this one, so stay tuned for that. And the reason why I'm going to do a follow-up video to that, because what they're not saying is that Capcom has said something before in the past. And what I'm referring to is that Capcom wants to dig into their backlog of games or properties that they own to remake them in a similar fashion to Resident Evil 2 Remake. They've said that, okay? I want you guys to understand Capcom's train of thought. They said that specifically, depending on the sales of Resident Evil 2 Remake, they were going to give that treatment to other games. Now, we know Resident Evil 2 Remake sold extremely well. It sold extremely well, and I love the game. Absolutely. I have the collector sitting right here. You can see behind me I have a poster for it. I love the game, okay? With that, we already know, at least from rumors, that Resident Evil 3 Remake's in development. We, again, in rumor, know Resident Evil 8 is in development. Now, with the whole thing that they said they want to go into their backlog of games to give this treatment to, who's to say that Dino Crisis might not happen? I would love to see Dino Crisis come back. I would love to see Dino Crisis given the Resident Evil 2 Remake treatment. I would love to see that. Maybe it's coming. Maybe not. I'm going to check to see where I found that article. I had the article up before, and my computer shut down and restart. So that's on me. I'm going to check to see where I have that article, see if I can find it. If I can find it, I'll do a follow-up video on it. The article was talking about the Dino Crisis remake potentially happening and potentially coming to E3. Maybe. But the fact that they are stating they're going to use the RE engine for more games, and the fact that they said they're going to be going into their backlog of games and giving the remake treatment to other games, I can see Dino Crisis coming out. So with that, guys, I'll leave it to you. Let me know down in the comment section, what do you think? Do you think Dino Crisis is coming? Would you be excited for Dino Crisis? I would be. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you guys are new. I will catch you all in the next video. You guys have a great rest of your day. Peace out, guys.